What happens to your body in space without a suit? Just 90 seconds, and your body turns into a dead bubble. The scene is terrifying but 100% scientific. Have you ever wondered what would happen if a person were in space without a space suit? How long could they survive? What would they see? What would they feel? What would happen to their body? Would it explode? Would it freeze? Our today's video will answer all these questions. You'll find out what a person's body turns into in 90 seconds in outer space. First of all, let's debunk a myth that many people believe. A human can't survive in space for 90 seconds without a spacesuit. In fact, some astronauts have managed to stay outside of their ships for several minutes, including during spacewalks. But this is only possible thanks to special suits that maintain a comfortable temperature and provide oxygen. So let's send our unfortunate astronaut into space without any protective clothing. At the first stage, everything will be fine. At least that's what it seems. The most important thing for a person is to breathe. And in the absence of air, he or she will experience hypoxia. However, this will not happen immediately. First, the astronaut will feel a lack of air, start to suffocate and panic. But the body has a supply of oxygen inside, and its reserves will be enough for about 90 seconds. That is how long a person can stay underwater. When the oxygen runs out, the next 30 seconds will be enough for the brain to realize what is happening and send a distress signal to the heart. It will try to compensate for the lack of oxygen by speeding up. Blood will rush to the internal organs, trying to saturate them with the remaining oxygen. The heart will start beating faster and the pulse will become more frequent. But after 90 seconds, even that won't help. The heart will give out, cardiac arrest, and the body will turn into a dead bubble. Why? The fact is that in space there is no pressure. So when a person inhales, the air will expand his lungs, but there will be nothing to stop this process. The lungs will continue to expand and tear, and the body will literally explode. Some vital internal organs will be thrown out of the torn rib cage, and the astronaut will die a very painful death. But what if we remove all the air from the astronaut's lungs and send him into space? Then what would happen to his body? In this case, the death of an astronaut will be slower, but no less terrible. When a person is deprived of oxygen, he or she will lose consciousness in 15 seconds. After another 15 seconds, all the oxygen from the blood will be used up. Muscle activity will cease and the muscles will relax. Then the face, arms, and legs will begin to turn blue. This is due to the fact that without oxygen, the blood will no longer have a red color and will turn blue. After another 45 seconds, all the vital organs will shut down one by one. The brain will die first, then the heart, lungs, kidneys, liver, and so on. If our unfortunate astronaut is still in space, he or she will remain alive for another 30 seconds. But technically, life will be only in the sex cells, sperm and egg cells. They will remain viable for some time. Meanwhile, the skin will continue to turn blue until it becomes purple-red. Then the body will begin to swell, since without the heart pumping blood, it will no longer be able to maintain the balance of fluids. The astronaut will look like a big water balloon, but in a few minutes, the skin will burst and our hero will turn into a shriveled mummy. After about 2 minutes, ultraviolet radiation will begin to affect the remains of the astronaut. The sun's rays will destroy the molecules of the remaining fluids until they turn into dust. And after about 30 years, meteorites will turn the dust into plasma. Thus, the cycle of matter will be completed and our astronaut will return to the cosmic void from which it all began. Now you know what happens to a person in space without a spacesuit. It seems that even the most exciting roller coasters on Earth can't compare with such adventures. And if you liked the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more. This was James, and you've been watching your channel, Valley of Knowledge. Stay curious, and see you in the next one.